Hey, I know it's weekend. I know it's not weekend, it's Tuesday. And I know it's holiday season. And I know we haven't announced this live stream. And I know you're probably.
I know
Oops.
it's weekend.
Hello,
I
that's
know
me.
it's, well,
Okay. Yeah, and I know you're probably not expecting this live stream, or maybe you are. Let me know if you are. But yeah, welcome to this live stream. I just decided to chat to you about what's going on. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the table. But what's going on with you during this holiday season? So it's officially, well, is it? Yeah, it looks like it's day off today in the United States. I'm just looking at the roads and they're all empty. It's 26th of December. We just finished celebrating Christmas and we're getting ready for New Year's celebrations. Let me know, guys, how your holiday season's going. How is everything? Okay, give me a sec. Let me open the live stream because I don't see it right now. Okay, a moment. Uh-oh. Yeah, so our Christmas was amazing. As you probably know, or maybe you do not know, we went with my family, we went together to a place in California called, it's close to Santa Cruz, so it's all like ocean, and it's very beautiful. If you're subscribed to my Instagram, you probably saw how beautiful it is there. It was really warm, the ocean is amazing, and we just had this family dinner and talked about, changing the world. Oh, I broke up with my girlfriend. I'm sorry, George. Maybe it's for the best. You never know. You never know when. Well, everything that happens should be all for the best. Hello from Guatemala. Hello, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let me know if you celebrated. Hello. Yeah, it's so. I just wanted to sit down with you and chat about anything you want, because this is a very, very relaxed stream today. As you see, I look like a holiday person. No, almost no makeup. Yeah, just had my breakfast, just made some pancakes, and today I will meet up with a friend. I will probably take a look at the new apartment because, as you know, so I moved to San Francisco a year ago, and we rented an apartment for just 9 months. And I really like the building where I'm in right now, but there are a couple of things I wanted to change. We're really, really central, so it's really loud during the weekday, and I can hear cars passing by. I can hear fire sirens in the night, which is not good. And the second thing, sometimes it's really smelly because maybe it's an old building, but yeah, but the co-working space, like everything else, is really nice, but we will be moving in February, which means that we have to find a new apartment. And as you know, I'm spending the whole January in Los Angeles, so I really have to make sure that we find something. Yeah, I hope you guys watched my video about plans for 2018 and results of 2017. This is my previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, please watch it because it has all of my results of 2017. So yeah, I live in San Francisco. I am in San Francisco right now. I can show you my room. It looks a little funny because I have all of the filming equipment, but you can see how sunny it is. Look, and you see the French Bulldog bag? And if we look that way, there's more sun. So this is the way it looks with all of the filming stuff. I have professional lighting, I have camera, I have everything. Everything is standing there. All right. Our New Year vacation hasn't started yet. It begins on December 31st. I know that where I'm from in Russia, we start our vacation on December 31st, and then people are off till January 10th or something. In the United States, so a lot of people took vacation right now, so they started their vacation on December 24th, and they're gonna be off till January 2nd, and then they're back. So my school opens on January 3rd, and I'm going to LA like January 1st. Can I send a friend request on Facebook? I think I am run out of friend requests on Facebook, so I've exceeded the limit and you cannot really do it, but you can follow me. And that's super easy. Okay, let me just open the chat here so I can see. Can you pronounce my name, please? Ave Kumar. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. How could you drop out of Florida State University? I didn't drop out. At first, it was Florida. It was University of Florida. Second, I didn't drop out. I just kind of declined their offer because there was a much better offer from 500 startups, $100,000 investment in my company, which is at that time, and I still think it's a lot better, because growing your own company and growing your own business is completely different to studying MBA, because I'm doing practical things. Every day I have like a lot of people in our company. I learn how to manage them. I learn how to grow the company. I learn how to do new stuff and how to market it. Like writing a new book. This is what I've done this year. Like launching Fluent Express, working with partners. This is such an exciting thing. And I always tell people, if you have something like a business that you really like, you can always study later. I can take my MBA in 5 years if I need it. But if you have a great opportunity to build something on your own, just go ahead and do it. You don't have to, pay money for your MBA. You just, go ahead and work. Especially for yourself, it's a great investment of time. How costly is the apartment in New York? I think it has the same prices as San Francisco. So when we were in New York this summer, I found a very, very ugly building next to Central Park. It was like, St. Petersburg has this really weird places, like my home city. And this building looked like buildings in the weird places in St. Petersburg. And I thought, oh my God, I would be surprised if it's cost like a fortune. And I checked it out. There's this app called HotPads. By the way, you can use it to check out prices in America. I'll show it to you. Give me a sec. So it's called HotPads. This is what I use to find apartments in San Francisco and anywhere in, okay, you probably see it. Yeah, my camera is not that good. Okay, it's called HotPads. And if you look at New York, you will see how high the rent is. So I checked out that building, and one bedroom apartment was $6,000 a month. I was like, what? Yes, I see the location is great, but the house itself is like, wow, it's so low level. So yeah, but if you go away from Manhattan, if you go away from Central Park, Fifth Avenue, you can find an apartment for maybe like $2,000 a month. But yeah, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles are the most expensive cities in the United States. Okay. Hello. Can you speak Chinese? No, I cannot. Any advice on starting a YouTube channel? That's a great question. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if any of you are interested in starting a YouTube channel. Write that comment in this chat. One thing I wanted to tell you, if you're learning English and if you're struggling to speak, starting a channel is one of the best things you can do, because my English improved significantly from starting a YouTube channel. And that's because you listen to yourself. So because I had to edit all of the videos myself, I looked at whatever I talked about and I realized how many mistakes I make, how I add words that don't have to be there, how I and whatever. And when I looked at those, I'm like, wow, there is so much space for improvement. And if you look at my first videos, they're all edited. Like I tried to cut out every single mistake, but you still can hear that. It sounds a little unnatural because of that. And also you still can hear something that is not right. So start a YouTube channel. Don't tell anyone about it. But at the same time, don't hide your videos. Really upload them on YouTube and talk about something that you're passionate about and talk about something that you think you have expertise in. And this is exactly what I've done with my Russian channel, because when I started my English channel, this channel, I already had maybe like 50, no, not 50, or maybe like 40,000 subscribers in my Russian channel. So I knew what I was doing and I knew what was interesting. But when I started my Russian channel, I had no idea about what's gonna pop. And I was just like, okay, I just passed TOEFL. I know how it feels like. And I Googled different videos and I realized there are not many videos about TOEFL. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Find something that you love and that you think there's lack information about. Like maybe you're really good at planning, or well, there are so many videos about planning, but do something new. Maybe you're good at cooking, or maybe you want to tell the world about your country. Maybe about the history of your country, so whatever. But start speaking in English to yourself, to your camera, and to audience in YouTube. And then YouTube is an amazing platform because, for example, on Instagram, if you just start posting things, it wouldn't really grow organically because there is no this algorithm that helps you find new YouTubers. new Instagram, sorry. But on YouTube, when you start your own channel, have you realized that you have noticed that there's the recommended video section, and this is how you can grow. And if YouTube sees that some people found your videos and they started watching them and they keep watching them, then it thinks, oh my God, I should suggest this YouTuber to other people. And this is how I grew on YouTube. I haven't done anything. It just, it just started growing, which is amazing. And I highly encourage you guys to start a channel. It can be unprofessional. Use your phone. This is what I use for my first videos. I just use my phone, sit down, talk to the camera. That's it. So yeah, and then send me a link or tag me in the video. Okay. Make some MP3 conversations so we can hear you while we drive our cars. Thanks. Oh, that's a cool idea, but I think you can just switch on YouTube and just listen to it. It's the same thing. I know it eats more traffic, but it's going to be the same information. What are the right equipments to use to make a video? Just start with your phone. Don't do anything fancy. Don't waste your money. Just start with your phone. When it's going to grow, like in my case, when it started growing, I started receiving comments about, Marina, your quality is so bad. I can barely hear you. I'm like, maybe I should get a new camera. So for the whole period, I actually used my really, really old camera, and I just got a new one a couple of weeks ago. How long have you been there in the USA? I moved here a year ago in November 2016. This is when I came to the United States on my work visa. Before that, I was back and forth on my tourist visa, working on my company, and figuring out ways to stay. What type of channel should we launch? Any channel. Anything where you can just talk and then listen to yourself. Anything that you're interested in, anything you're passionate about. Maybe it's, you're watching a TV show and then discussing it with other people. I don't know. It's up to you. Can you make money on YouTube? Oh yeah, that you can make great money. I know some people who make $40,000 on YouTube. You can Google this guy's name is America TV Let's Play. He's actually a Russian guy. He doesn't speak really good English, but he's very funny. Especially a lot of kids find him funny. And the idea behind his videos is he buys a lot of sweets, and then he fills his bath with sweets and starts swimming in sweets. And he's like 27 years old, and he's like this big man with beard, and he acts so weird, but somehow children really like this content, and YouTube keeps suggesting his content. And he claims he makes around $40,000 a month on YouTube, and he doesn't do anything else. He just vlogs, enjoys his life. So yes, you can make a lot of money on YouTube. Is TOEFL enough to be accepted to American universities? It depends on what kind of university you're looking for. Some universities would also ask you for either SAT if it's bachelor's degree, or GMAT or GRE if it's a master's degree. Will you ever be in Poland? Hopefully someday. Which book do you read at free time? So right now I'm reading, good question. This is a book about Walmart's founder, the guy who founded Walmart, and I think it's a great book for entrepreneurs, and it's a great book about believing in yourself and starting from scratch, because he had to start from scratch in that book. Let me tell you the name. Sorry, I keep forgetting the names. I'm just reading the book, and then if you ask me what was the name or who was the author, I'm like, I don't know. No idea. Okay. Oops. Sorry, it wouldn't tell me the name. Sorry, it just looks like a reader. Okay, but it's about the founder of Walmart. If you Google it, you will find it. What's the name of your Russian channel? It's my name, Marina Mogilko. What was your SAT score? I haven't taken SAT. I just applied for my master's degree in the United States, so I took GMAT. Good silver play button. Oh yes, I'm actually waiting for the second one, because this one is for my Russian channel, and you know what? YouTube takes 6 months to ship it, and I only ordered it maybe a couple of months ago, so I still have to wait like another 4 months. Hopefully it's here before I move out of this apartment. Who's your big inspiration right now? I always like telling that, so we founded Linguatrip together with two other guys, and one of them is one of my biggest inspirations, because he was the one who believed in the idea from the very beginning, and he's the one who has this big vision, and he's not afraid of it. So like 3 years ago, we were sitting in our apartment in St. Petersburg, and he was like, "We're gonna raise from the best investors in the world." And I'm like, "What? How are we gonna do that? Like, we're this small company of 3 in Russia. How are we gonna do that?" But he kept believing, and he kept making those steps towards reaching the dream. And I think having this big vision is something that I lack sometimes, because it's not like I don't believe in myself. It's just I don't have this scale in my head. I keep thinking about the next steps, and he keeps thinking about the bigger picture. And this is how it's kind of. I think this is why it worked between like us as founders. I love when you say entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Repeated. Entrepreneur. Is your book available in e-version? Yes, it's only e-version. I haven't printed it out. It's linguatrip.com/book, and I made it a PDF, and I think it's the best way to read a book. Does it interest you to learn Spanish? Yes, but I don't have a lot of time, but I can say Feliz Navidad. We have well, I really want to grow LinguaTrip in Spanish-speaking countries. I want to do it in a more efficient way. We actually have some employees already. So yeah, if you're interested, by the way, if you're interested in working with LinguaTrip, or if you're interested in booking a trip, that's a very important information, guys. Schools are going to raise their prices in a week. So in 5 days, we're going to publish completely new prices on LinguaTrip, and they're going to raise. So for example, Kaplan schools, they're raising their prices by 25%. So if you want to travel next year, and if you want to save on your trip, really book now. We're accepting last minute bookings for the next year. And it's going to be the best way to save money. And if you have a destination in mind, ask me here in chat, and I will suggest a school, because I've been to, I don't know, I've probably been to like 50 of our schools all across the world. How many languages do you speak? I speak 4 languages. What's the thing with saying your name, Imran? Can I get a trip to the UK? Yeah, in the UK, the best school is UIC, the one that we'll work with a lot in Greenwich. I've studied there myself. I spent there 2 weeks of doing advanced English. They have really, really good teachers. And if you're upper, intermediate, and higher, I would really suggest the business English course, because you will be studying materials about economics, about whatever is happening in the world in English, and they're going to explain you what product placement is, what social media is, how to market on social media, and that's all in English. So you're getting knowledge in marketing, and you're getting knowledge of English. Imran, I've already said your name. Please stop. Please don't do those repeated questions, because I have to scroll through them all the time, and I won't be reading them if there's too many of them. Can I make a portrait of yours? Of course. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but sometimes I get portraits from my subscribers. They're so beautiful. How did you get your green card? I applied for an EB1. It's extraordinary ability green card. I applied for it and I got it. That's it. Well, it's a lot of work. You need publications about you as an, well, I applied as an entrepreneur. Somebody likes the way I say this word. So they want to see publications about you. They want to see recommendations from professionals in your sphere. They want to see, what else is that? Oh, you judged competitions in your sphere. So yeah, so my package was like that. That was all documents about me. What do you think about studying in Russia? Well, if you're coming from abroad, be ready. Nobody really speaks English, so you have to be really fluent in Russian in order to feel comfortable. But I really like, well, Russia is my home country. How can I not like it? I hope to see you soon with the Turkish language. So beautiful language. Yeah, I hope LinguaTrip will be in Turkish soon. This is like, LinguaTrip is fulfilling my dreams of studying languages. I'm hoping we're going to translate it into Turkish. You speak better English or German? Of course, English, because English is the language that I use every single day of my life. German is the language that I use maybe like 2 days a year. Basically, I don't reuse it anymore. That's why it's declining, of course. Mm. Can you recommend site application for green card? No, I can recommend, well, what I can recommend is I can recommend you to find a lawyer, because the best person who can help you with the green card is a professional lawyer who has a license, and you're going to have a consultation with him, and you're going to sit down and you're going to tell him what your goal is, and he's going to tell you how he can help you, whether he can help you or not. You educated from one of the top universities? Sorry, I didn't get the question. How did you improve yourself from 100 a month to an entrepreneur? I started my entrepreneur career started like that. I was an entrepreneur. I was running my company and paying myself $100, and just working hard, just believing in my idea, and my co-founders helped a lot. Can you speak German? Tell something. You ask me about that every single webinar. Ich heiße Marina. Ich lebe in San Francisco. How to contact you. So if you have a study abroad related question, I think the best way would be to contact LinguaTrip, because I get too many questions and sometimes I just skip them. But yeah. Hi from Peru. Hi. Do you have a page or something to practice speaking? We used to have it, but now it's not working because I didn't like the waiting time. Sometimes people had to wait for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes to connect with a native speaker. And we realized this is not the kind of quality we want to provide to our customers. So we don't do that anymore, but we have amazing Skype teachers who are native speakers. And one of the most amazing ones is Joe. Joe has recently joined us. He helped people get into Harvard and Stanford, and he's an amazing accent coach, accent reduction coach. We actually had a whole lecture with him. If you Google accent reduction class Lingua Marina, you're gonna see this 1-hour video where we're working on how you mispronounce words in English and how you can work on your accent. And you can take a Skype lesson with him, and he's an amazing, amazing, amazing teacher. He's he notices every single mistake. He's really precise. No, I'm not American, I'm Russian. Well, I can say that I'm half American because I have a green card, but I don't have a passport yet, so I'm Russian. I'm an alien, legal alien in San Francisco. What is your favorite English grammar book? Oh, my favorite English grammar book is Vania's book. It's a LinguaTrip. It's all about tenses. So if you go to LinguaTrip main webpage, you're gonna see this Asian guy smiling face. This is a guy, one of my good friends. He lives in Los Angeles, and he's an English language teacher. And he decided to switch from writing like a big book. He decided that he's not going to do that. He decided to write really small manuals because he realized you don't really read those books. So he wrote really small manuals with everything you need to know about English language tenses, and you can order it through LinguaTrip, and it's a PDF that you're going to get straight away. I like your voice. Thank you. I tried using this mic today, but because I have a new Mac, I couldn't find the adapter. That's why I'm speaking through the camera mic, and let me know if it's good quality. Are you a camera? What? Can you share top 5 favorite books? Yes. First would be The 4-Hour Workweek, one of the most transformational books for me, 2017. I know I'm a little late. I think Tim Ferriss released it back in like 2005, so it's a little outdated, but I really liked The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I actually have the whole video about my favorite books. There is also The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. This is a book that tells you how to get rid of the stuff that you need and how to organize things at home. What else? I really enjoyed reading a book about Paul Allen, co-founder of Microsoft. I really like what the book that I'm reading right now. And Gone Girl is amazing if you like fiction, and Girl on a Train, I think that was the name, also an amazing book. How can I get Venia's book? So you go linguatrip.com, and on the main page you're gonna scroll down just a little, you're gonna see his smiling face, click on it, and you're gonna see his books. Can you recommend books for improving English? Any book that you enjoy. Basically, you have to enjoy it. Yes, you have to understand the meaning, but it's less important. Well, it's important, but it's also important that you're enjoying it. So find a topic that you like and find a book that you enjoy. Kannst du Deutsch? Ja, ich kann Deutsch sprechen und verstehen. What was the best thing in San Francisco? People. People and climate. It's sunny, it's warm compared to where I'm from, and I really, really love people here. Can you tell us some reading tricks? IELTS reading tricks. Oh, I haven't passed IELTS, but I think it's the same as TOEFL. So I would say read the questions first and then read every first line of each paragraph and make sure you are understanding the idea of the text, and don't try to read in every single detail before you read the questions. What would be the best time to apply for a master or MBA? I want to start preparing myself next year. Thank you and Happy New Year. Whenever you want. It depends on what your life is like right now. If you feel that this is a logical step in your life, then do it as fast as you can. If it's not, then just concentrate on something else. That's a very personal question. I don't have holidays. Why don't you have holidays? Do you have your favorite channel on YouTube except yours? Well, there isn't a channel where I watch like every single video, but I can recommend watching. I really like watching right now. I just discovered Lavender. I hope I can meet her in LA. So I really like her channel. So it's Lavender. The way that I found her is because she talked about how to fold your clothes according to that book that I mentioned before, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. She actually made a video tutorial on how to fold your clothes, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do the same. Okay. What do you think about application for international students during round 3? I think it's not the best idea. Because the acceptance rate really falls, and if you want to receive some financial aid, it's almost impossible if you apply in round 3. But you know, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend round 2 or wait another year. Where are you from? Where you were born? I am from Russia, St. Petersburg, and this is where I was born. I'm 16 and I want to study in LA. How can I do it? The easiest way, not the cheapest, well, probably the cheapest as well, is to book a language course. Linguatrip.com, and you select English, you select Los Angeles, and let me tell you how much it's going to cost. Let me just go there and tell it to you. It's going to freeze maybe for a little, our stream, but okay, so English in the United States. Los Angeles. So 2 weeks, you're gonna pay on average $1,300, 2 weeks with accommodation. That's the easiest way to get there. And that's the fastest way. It also depends on your visa. Yeah, and if you're 16, you can choose any school on Linguatrip. They all work for 16-year-olds. And if you need any support, you can always like contact our customer support team. They're gonna help you with the visa. They're gonna help you with whatever questions you have. Do community colleges provide full financial aid? No, they don't. Community colleges don't do that. Maybe like they might give you like a small scholarship, like a small discount, but that's it. I really want to study in the US, but I am very afraid. Just come here again if you're afraid. If it's a new country for you, I would just come here for at least a week and look at it, realize that it's not a different planet. It's still the same. People are still the same. The air is still the same. Everything functions in the same way. But I feel that America, compared to other countries, America is brighter, and everything is so extreme. Like when you come here, this extreme sunshine. Marketing is everywhere. Everything is so colorful, and this is something that leaves a lot of emotions. Could you say some sentences in Russian? Sorry for mistakes, I'm French and I love you. Привет, Франция, привет из San Francisco. That was in Russian. I said hello, France, if you're from France. Hi from Japan. Hello. Oh my God, Japan, my favorite food. Are you working currently? Yes, I work 24/7, I would say, because when you run a company, you work 24/7. Something is always going on, especially because we work in different time zones. Yes, I don't really have holidays. So yesterday I worked all evening. Today so I have a good meeting and then I would probably work. How much it takes to improve your English? It's everyday practice. You have to practice every day, seriously, or you have to travel somewhere. But just sitting at home, I don't know, just reading books wouldn't get you there. Your language is for practicing. Your language is for communicating. It's not for passing tests. It's not for reading. It's all about communication. So unless you communicate, there is no other way to succeed fast. Hi from Italy. Ciao Italia. Che bello. Come stai? Hello from Israel. Okay. Sorry, my voice is just getting lower. That's weird. You speak 4 languages. Which of them do you use when you think about something? Russian and English. The other languages are just for, just being in my head. Love you from Colombia. Hello, Colombia. Okay. Thanks for Russian words. Do you have to face problems when talking with native speakers? Sometimes I don't get them. There are so many accents in America, and especially if they came from another country and they talk too fast, I'm like, hello, what's going on? I didn't get it. But in the majority of cases, I will get what people are saying. But as I said, probably in my previous live stream, well, that wasn't Russian, sorry, but I went to Whole Foods and I got some fish and I was wearing my Harvard hat, which I got as a souvenir. And there was this guy who was trying to make jokes about Harvard, and I just couldn't get him. He was cutting my fish, and he was like joking, and I was like, I don't get your accent. And I'm like, oh, what was that? That was funny. I asked him to repeat, and he repeated. Do you miss the UK? A little. I would go to London, but I would go a little later, maybe March, because it's too cold right now. How often do you visit your relatives who live in Russia? Every year. I think I will go to Russia for like 3 months this summer. Or maybe 2. It depends. Or I will be just back and forth. I just don't like jet lag. When I go to Russia, I like to go for at least a month because it takes 2 weeks for me to switch to a different time zone, and then you're switching from one kind of water to another. And everything has an effect on our bodies, like different waters, different air, different food, and I just want to minimize those changes. So I like to spend like 2 or 3 months in Russia and then go back to the States for the year. Do you like sports, and what kind of sports? I do yoga. I also like ballet, but we don't have good ballet classes here in SF. Well, maybe we do, but I didn't explore. But when I'm in Russia, I do ballet. Which words do you know in French? Oh, because I've done ballet, I know plié, I know fondu, I know battement, I know rond. So all of the ballet stuff I know. Rondejant par terre, but I don't know how to pronounce it. What's your favorite city? San Francisco. Do you in future learn new language? I won't be learning any new languages. I don't think so. Do you have pets? I'm dreaming of pets. I'm dreaming of a French bulldog. And yesterday, one of my friends was like, I'm gonna give you a French bulldog. I'm like, well, if you give me a French bulldog and then I travel like crazy, he's gonna just go mad with me traveling all around. So, but my aunt has a French bulldog. He's currently with his parents, with her parents in Maryland, but I think they are bringing him over in February. So we're gonna spend time with him. What is your age? I'm 27 years old. When are you going to learn Spanish? I don't know, but Lingua Trip is learning Spanish a lot. As I said, we're working with Spanish students and we are translating more and more services into Spanish. Marina, you really are a global citizen. That was my goal from my childhood. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be able to communicate with different people. I wanted to, yeah, mostly travel. What's your plan for the next 5 years? Grow my company. I don't have like a particular number of dollars that I want to make or whatever. But yes, I want to expand in different markets, in different spheres, and concentrate on, winning our niche. Which dreams did you realize in the past? What do you mean, which dreams came true in the past? Well, getting a green card was a dream. Starting a company has been a dream for a long time. Starting a YouTube channel. Like having 10,000 followers on Instagram. That was my long dream. Now I have like 80,000, but when I reached 10,000, I was like, oh my God, is this really happening? Because I looked at those people who had like 1,000 likes and I thought, wow, they are probably superstars and people recognize them in the streets. Now when I have like, sometimes I have 10,000 likes, I'm like, nothing really changes, all the same. That's so funny, like how you think of people who are like, have, I don't know, hundreds of, now I look at people who have millions of followers and I meet some of them and I realize they're just the same problems, even more of those. Mm-hmm. Who's your biggest mentor in life? One of our co-founders and my parents. What's your startup advice? Try to sell as fast as you can. Well, sell your product, sorry, not sell your company, but try to sell your product, try to deliver your product as fast as you can. Do not concentrate on building and preparing. That's what we do in a lot of spheres of our lives. We're just like, oh my God, I'm not ready to apply yet. I'm gonna work on my application, and then you just realize it's too late. That's the same with the startup. It's so competitive right now. Everybody's working on something. What you need to do, oops, what was that? Hello? Sorry, everything just disappeared. Oh, give me a second. Okay, so yeah, and people just work and then they realize nobody needs their product. So you need to start and sell it straight away. What are your advices to obtain a visa? It depends on what country you're from, but Americans don't like to give visas to those people who haven't traveled abroad yet. This is relevant to like European and Asian countries. But yeah, if you want to get in the States, it was just traveling, but not for Europeans. Europeans don't need a visa. But first travel. So for many people who come to us to Lingua Trip and say, hey, I want to study English in America, and then we realize they don't have a visa and they need it and they haven't traveled abroad yet, we tell them, you know what, start with Malta. Go to Malta, have your first trip, learn something in English, because Malta is a great place to learn English, especially now when it's cold everywhere and it's warm in Malta. And then the second step would be going to the UK to study English, because British visa is something that is really, it's pretty easy to get, but you have to follow some certain steps. But once you have a British visa, you have more chances of getting an American visa. And then the third country where you travel will be America. So it's like it's a process. Don't just rush, because sometimes we have people who come and say, hey, I got my American visa declined 5 times. I apply every single week. We're like, just stop right now. And we won't be able to reapply in like for another year or so. So yeah, that's important. What color French Bulldog you want? I want this gray/blue French Bulldog. Favorite actor? Hugh Jackman? Maybe? I don't know. He's just a good-looking one. Which company, what product? What is the question about? I'm sorry. Have you ever been to Hungary? No, I haven't. What are your advices to obtain a visa to start a startup? On a B1, B2 visa, you can raise some money, but once you start a company, O1 would be the best. And it's not me who's going to give you advice. It's a lawyer who has accreditation. Do Americans notice you're not American right away because of accent, or they don't notice easily? They notice that I'm definitely not American, but they cannot figure out where I'm from. That's funny. How much time do you spend in your company today? Well, it's 12:40 p.m. I think I worked for an hour, maybe 2 hours today, because one of our employees is here in the States, and he lives in the same apartment, so we had breakfast together and we're chatting about the company. So do we consider that work? What are your advice to choose a lawyer? There seems to be a lot of scam. I would just read the reviews on Yelp. Yelp is a very good app to read reviews about companies, and maybe ask around on Quora. Quora is a great tool, so you can just ask a question that is relevant to your case, and you can already find answers from lawyers, and you can just contact them or ask friends around on Facebook. Which novel books recommend? Do you like traveling? I love traveling. The best city for work opportunities, it depends on what kind of specialist you are, but I would say San Francisco, New York, LA. Greens from Bulgaria. Do you think that mobile apps can help you grow your business? If yes, in what way? In my business, yes, but that is not our focus right now, because the trip, people normally book their trips from their PCs and desktop computers. But for some services like Fluent Express, an app would be a great tool to promote it. Do you have suggestions for moving to Canada? Oh, yes, I do. We have a lot of certificate courses in Canada. They're called work and study programs. Very popular right now. So you need like intermediate level of English. You come to Canada for 9 months, and 15 months. Of those 15 months, you study for 9 months, and the rest you just work full-time. This way you can make money. And when you finish this program, you get a work permit for 3 years, and you can just stay and work. And if you're interested in those programs, you need to request a call back. But yes, we have those programs. They're very, very popular. A lot of people come to Canada to stay there. Like, Canada is this country where we have so many students who go to Canada and not many of them come back. That's funny. Best cell phone coverage in California, AT&T, 100%. Please say something about new startups. New startups, you just need to figure out your market, and you need to figure out your product and start selling. Do you like traveling alone or with someone? I like traveling with someone. Have you thought about starting a channel in another language? No, I think 2 channels is just enough. English and Russian, that's it. Sorry, I will just switch off this. Okay, I saw your Russian channel, and what such beautiful language Russian is. Russian is a very beautiful language. Greetings from Brazil, thank you. You would like to act in a Hollywood movie as a Russian spy who is super powerful and who is the girl the American spy fall in love with. Okay, I would love to act. I talked to a couple of filmmakers, and they said they could feature me in their films, but it's still a project. It's not like something that is done yet, but I would love to act. But not like, I don't want to do this audition thing. Like, I have some friends, actors, who just go from audition to audition, spend a lot of time. I don't want to do that. I just want to connect with my fellow filmmakers, and if they want to feature me, then yes. If they don't, then I will just work on my business, because I have like so many activities that I want to spend my time on. Practical advice for studying in Germany: learn German. If you want to be integrated with the society, learn German. Favorite Russian literature? Oh wow. Classics for Michael Zoshenko. The stories, like comic stories about Soviet times. I love them. How is your LA acting school going? I'm not doing acting, I'm doing filmmaking, and we're on a break right now, and we are going to be back in January. Do you know language coaches in the film industry? I know there are some, but I don't know them personally. If you're Russian, why are you brunette? Oh wow, so many Russians are brunette, you wouldn't even imagine. Canada or USA? Why? Great question. I would say USA because it gives you more opportunity to grow. But at the same time, well, Canada has more taxes, and if you grow high, they're gonna, level you down. With the United States, you can fall really low. In Canada, you don't fall really low because there is amazing social support and amazing what is it, pension. In the United States, about ups and downs. In Canada, it's about stability. So right now, for me, America is the place where I want to be, but maybe like in 10 years, I will want to be in Canada. I don't know. What can your company offer? Language courses abroad? Is that a good answer? Can you tell me what's your favorite place in America? San Francisco. Part-time job in university. What's your view? Yes, do that. I started my company when I was in my 4th year of studies. The total that we study in Russia is 5. And I started working when I was 21, and this is when I started the company. Which one is good to write motivation letters showing your past, present achievements, goals, or just write essay-like story? Essay-like story, because you're going to show your achievements in your resume. I ordered callback, but no one called me. Are you calling back only in Russia? No, we're calling back everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Can you order the callback once again right now? Because I have our head of sales here in San Francisco right now. So I'm just gonna tell him that to keep an eye on your call. Just request it right now because I have this thing which tells me what happens with callbacks, and I will just note that you requested it. Okay. How long you learned German? For maybe 8 years, 10 years. It was a long process. How do you choose this profession? May we know your educational qualifications? So I studied mathematics and economics in the university. How was your student life? It was tough because there were so many things I had to do. Are you still studying? Yes, I'm still studying, but I'm studying a completely different thing. I'm studying filmmaking. My voice. Oh, Dale Carnegie. Yes. Not all. I've read just one of his books, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. This is one of the most transformational books for me as well. Definitely my top 5. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. Please read it if you feel nervous about your life and you feel stressed all the time and you don't know what to do and blah, blah, blah. That's a must-read book. Hello, Marina, most intelligent, nice woman. Can you sing a little bit of song в лесу родилась елочка? Of course I can. В лесу родилась елочка, в лесу она росла, зимой и летом стройная, зеленая была. This is a Christmas carol in Russian. So funny. Yeah. Who do you admire the most? Again, I mentioned our co-founder. Pronounce, never heard of it. You know what's the difference between Australian accent and others? Oh yes, watch the film Sugar. It was filmed in Australia, and they speak with Australian accent. That's so funny. Any kind of frustrations you encounter? I'm the most frustrated when I get lack of sleep. I love to sleep, and it's really important for me to sleep at least 8 hours a day. So yeah. Lovely voice singing for accent reduction. Oh yeah, yeah. Singing helps a lot with accent reductions because you learn to open your mouth in a particular way. Was it not difficult for you to move to the US? It was kind of tough with all the documents, but it was my goal and I was ready to work hard. Your New Year resolution, haven't you watched my video? I have a video about how I planned 2018, but one of the resolutions is growing this channel, growing my company, and doing some cool stuff. You're a good singer. Thank you. One of my goals for this year is to record a song. Wow, Lucas, thank you for a donation. What is it, $2 or $2 Indian? Thank you so much. That is one of my first donations. Where can I get someone to practice English? The best? Well, I don't believe in those services where you're practicing for free because somebody wants to learn your language. This is really, can I say a bad word? No, it's a bad, well, I don't like that. That never worked for me. What worked for me is talking to a native speaker. And if you go, again, if you go to LinguaTrip, there is Joe. I talked about him. He's from Boston. He has amazing accent. He's an amazing accent reduction coach and a language teacher. And if you just book a Skype lesson with him, you have an hour to chat with him. And he can always, you know what's a great thing about chatting with an English language teacher? He can give you feedback on what are you doing wrong with your language, what topics you're missing. And this is the best feedback you can get. Have you watched La La Land? Not yet. But I watched Forrest Gump yesterday. Another accomplishment, but La La Land definitely. How do you know all this? I'm just curious. Why did you cut your hair? I'm just tired of long hair. You know, it's so many things you need to do, but they grow pretty fast. You won't believe, but in maybe like 2 months, they're gonna be here. They grow really, really fast. What languages does your company offer? We offer 12 languages: English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian. Check them out. There's a list, like the drop-down list. Chinese, Japanese, like all of those. Can you please make more episodes about pronunciation in English? Definitely, we'll do those. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My voice is like, probably because of the holidays. I don't know. But because I have a meeting soon, I need to run and get dressed. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I'm really sorry to say that there won't be any live stream in January. I will try to live stream sometimes, but because I will be studying every Tuesday, I won't be able to do that. Maybe some other time. But if not, I will see you on a similar live stream in February, but you will see every week you will see videos. I will record them, I will release them, and we will connect with you in videos. If you have any questions, ask them below videos. And another great way to ask me questions is go to my Instagram and write your questions in comments below. The Instagram is Lingua Marina. Lingua Marina never focuses. What's with the camera? Okay, here we go. That's my Instagram called Lingua Marina. If you have any questions, write them down below any photo. Thank you so much. Arigato. Gracias. And have a great holiday season. Enjoy your weekend, your weekdays, your days off, whatever. Have fun. Bye.